I know what you're thinking. It's June and I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. That's because in Boston, you never know what the weather's going to be like, so you got to stay prepared. Hey, I'm answering a reader's money question. You guys know I love when you email me your money questions or just email me to say hi. If you have any money questions, feel free to comment below or just shoot me an email. Hey, Talia. Talia says, I'd really like to change the way I approach budgeting. I can whip up a budget like nobody's business, but I suffer from a serious case of out of sight, out of mind. So I'm researching alternatives and supplements to the traditional budget that will help me be a little more mindful of my spending and stick to my plans. Thanks for writing me, Talia. Yeah, you are not alone. Some months I struggle with sticking to my budget. Like the wintertime, it's easy for me to hibernate and stay home and not spend my money. But in the summertime just makes you want to spend money, doesn't it? Am I the only one that just wants to spend more money in the summertime? It's like you know you have responsibilities, but it's nice out. You want to go out to eat. You want to just be outside. And I don't know. The summer just makes you want to spend. I always say that it was so much easier for me to spend my money when I didn't have a budget because my money didn't have a specific destination to go. So it was easy for me to just spend it on things that I wanted. Like, because I didn't have any goals for my money. So when money would come to my paycheck, I would just spend it. If I wanted a pair of shoes, I'm going to buy the shoes. It doesn't matter if it's in my budget because, hello, there was no budget. But in your situation, you're saying that you have a budget and you're just having trouble sticking to it. Helping me stick to my budget lately has just been thinking about my money goals that I have set for myself for the year. So I know it can be really tough for you to think about your future self. Like, okay, think about your future self 20 years from now. And the study shows that when people think about their future selves, it's hard for them to actually make that connection. So instead of thinking about your future self, the brain thinks about your future self as a completely different person. It's really hard for people to stick to their goals when you tell them to think about their future selves because in reality, their brain thinks of their future self as a different person. What really helped me is just really breaking down my money goals into shorter increments. So instead of saying, okay, where do I want my money to be 5 years from now? It's like, where do I want my money to be 6 months from now? Where do I want my money to be next year around this time? So just shortening my money goals. I'm glad that you can create a budget. You're halfway there. You're there. Now it's just about creating that discipline to actually stick with it, even when you don't want to stick with it. But I just always think that your money goals have to become more important than your instant gratifications. And also make sure that you're putting some fun money in there. When I don't have fun money in my budget for me to do the things that I want, although I don't get too crazy, when I'm just putting all my money towards my debt or towards my savings or towards investing, I'm miserable because I'm not able to really enjoy life, and then it's hard for me to stay focused on my goals. So make sure that you're including some fun money in that budget of yours. Thank you so much for your money question, Talia. And if you guys have any money questions, be sure to email me or comment me below so I can answer your question. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. For more money tips, be sure to head over to youngyetwise.com. Candice Marie, and as always, be wise, stay humble, and build.